Hi, welcome to the Blue Water Festival International Day Parade 1988. My name is Forbes Johnson.
And my name is Nancy Osborne. Tonight not only celebrates the Blue Water Festival Parade 1988 edition, it also will celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Blue Water Bridge, which was dedicated in 1938. So tonight's theme will be Bridging Time. You'll find a lot of floats using that theme. It's going to be a great parade, Forbes. I can't wait until it actually gets underway. And as a matter of fact, it's coming up the street now.
It's heading this way. It gets better every year, and I'm looking forward to a terrific one.
Number one on the list is the Army Color Guard. You can see their colorful flags, both Canadian and American.
There are flags from all over the world in the Color Guard. And it's tradition that they do begin the parade every year. And it's made up of local Army recruiting officers.
Oh. Of course, the Girl Scouts are helping out this year, too, carrying the banners in front of many of the floats and the different parade participants.
We have mimes going by as well.
I've always wanted to be a mime. And the Girl Scouts are helping with the international flags that are coming our way now. Now, these are the flags from all over the world. The Girl Scouts have quite a collection of flags. They keep these on hand at their office, yes, and they often use them in ceremonies that they have for Girl Scouts.
It's an incredible organization when you think about all that they do. It's definitely loud.
Yes. The sirens are coming. We'll get to those in a few minutes. Coming up now is the first Michigan Colonial. This is a fife and core band. I love these.
Yes, they're out of Sterling Heights. And it includes musket men and cam followers. I think we've heard the musket men.
Yes.
Their 40-some members do one heck of a job. Last year, this group won the marching award for their type of marching. It was very, very well executed.
Their costumes are apparently authentic.
They look a little bit warm to me, Nancy.
Yes. Just gives me a thrill whenever I hear that.
I know, it just is so good.
The Davison VFW Ladies Auxiliary is coming up now.
I'll bet they're from Davison.
I'll bet they are.
They brought their award-winning color guard to the parade. They've won first place in state VFW competition and second in national competition.
I wonder how many hours they have to practice.
Hundreds, I'm sure. And all 13 members are from Post 4087 Auxiliary in Davison, Michigan.
Forbes! Boblo's come to us.
Oh, I love
This is the AAA Michigan float. Oh, it's great.
Oh, isn't that something?
There's the Boblo Bears. Hi, guys.
It's a float made of wood, steel, and foam. Oh, is that terrific?
Oh, I love
It's
it.
attached to a truck chassis depicting a Boblo Island amusement park theme.
Great. Oh, you couldn't guess what's coming now.
It's not green.
No, they're not green anymore. They're silver and blue. And, of course, they're the police cars coming our way.
Where would we be without them?
The kids love the sirens.
Oh, yes.
Sirens and lights.
Hi, Joshua, you hockey puck.
One of our local men in blue asserting his authority, yes. Port Huron Police, Michigan State Police are represented here. Also the county deputies. There's Jim Van Conen, our current sheriff.
Great job.
They sure do. Sarnia Police also come over here to help maintain the crowds during this.
That's right. Well, with it being an International Day parade, we need all the help we can get.
That's right, yeah. There's St. Clair. Hill Street Blues. All right. Brownie Troop number 31 is making its way toward us now with their float. Very colorful red, white, and blue.
It's out of Goodles, Nancy.
Goodles. Ah, hi, kids.
Yeah. Actually, it says it's from Emmett, but it's out of Goodles as well. The Brownies believe in spreading a little sunshine and have been doing so for many of Goodles senior citizens by visiting them.
Brownies are great.
They are.
They really are. They used to be the youngest of the Girl Scout organization. Now they have one for even younger girls and
do they?
boys, and it's called Daisies.
Oh, I haven't heard about that. That's great.
Yeah, so they can go all the way from beginning of elementary school right on up through high school. Oh, look at the clown swarms. Oh, they're great. They're so
I bet they're
tiny.
warm, but, they look wonderful.
Oh, adorable. Clowns really make the parade, don't
They
they?
do.
You find them all up and down the parade route, and they are great.
Absolutely.
But I've often wondered, where do they all come from? I didn't realize there were that many clowns in this area.
It's amazing. You know, we have several professional clowns in the area, and when we have the clown contest every year that was held last month, we have well over 100 people that show up.
Really?
It's amazing.
Now,
and
do
they're
some
all
of
wonderful.
them, excuse me, do some of them then participate? Do you see them walking up and
There
down?
will be some of them in the parade tonight, yes.
Great. Coming up now, the Over 50 Follies. These are some seniors, shall we call them, although they've got a lot of energy, more than energy than a lot of us younger folks.
I always describe them as the best ladies with the best legs.
Uh-huh.
We have Lyda Jones, who is the director, holding one of the signs here.
Uh-huh.
And said John Sorobi, I'm not sure. And they're an incredible group of people. You don't really have to be quite over 50, but a lot of these are over 50 and well on up. Lyda will admit to being a little bit over 70,
Oh.
and they're incredible.
And this is an annual event that they have, I believe the sign said October 15th and 16th, where they perform similar to what they're doing right now, right?
Exactly. They do a full stage show, and it's all composed of people over 50, and they present it 3 or 4 times at McMorran Auditorium, and it's incredible. It's just wonderful. And it's presented by the senior citizens, the Council on Aging.
And they practice hours and hours for this.
Every Tuesday, they're working every morning and hours in between.
I don't know who that clown is, but he doesn't look over 50 to me.
I don't think so.
He's picking it up very well, though.
Yes. But look at those legs.
Oh,
How are you, love?
they are great.
Aren't they something? I've been doing a little bit of work with Nelson Rondo, who's doing a tap routine in this year's Follies.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be great. And there's Vi Johnson over there, no relation.
I think she looks like she's glad it's the end of the route.
I think so.
She's going to play catch up. Nice job, Over 50 Follies. I love the music.
I do too.
Coming up next, the Lapeer City Puppy Raisers. This is a 4-H club that raises puppies, and for a very good purpose. The leader dogs for the blind.
Right. They're incredible. And there are children's as well as adults in the Leader Dogs for the Blind group. The puppies are darling golden retrievers and German shepherds.
Aren't they precious? They're beautiful dogs. And these kids will raise these dogs till they're old enough to go over to Rochester and be trained for
That's
leader
correct.
dogs. It's great.
Correct. It's such a service.
Uh-huh.
They're just
And
incredible.
we have some more clowns here. Well, they're not really clowns, they're just decorated bicycles, unusual bicycles.
This is neat.
All right. Nicely done. We got a little bit of everything there.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to be in the parade. All right. Coming up, Miss Blue Water. Oh, who is she this year?
Miss Blue Water this year is Michelle K. Ebner.
Beautiful.
And she will be
girl.
going to the Miss Michigan pageant this year, Nancy. First runner-up is Renee Worth. Second runner-up is Deborah Sudire. And we have all of the girls that competed that were the 10 finalists this year. Hi, beautiful ladies.
Oh, what a great court. Okay, coming up now is the American Red Cross. American Red Cross does a lot of fine work throughout the year. And of course, with their new building, now they're able to have many more blood drives than they were in the past.
That's right.
What a great float.
They've worked so hard. They've really put themselves on the map this year.
They sure have. We treat our volunteers like royalty. That's
yes.
the truth.
And behind it is the Board of Realtors Playhouse that will be raffled off with proceeds going to the Red Cross.
Oh. Wouldn't you love to have that to play in? Oh,
Isn't that
even
great?
Pee Wee Herman doesn't have anything that good.
I wonder if Shirley Goodrow can get me a good ticket on that one. That's
Oh, yeah, send me a winner. I'll love it. Makes you almost wish you were a little kid again.
great. It does, doesn't it?
Okay. Here comes the St. Clair County Democratic Party, and they have their helium balloon. Democrats, I can't quite read it. Democrats make Michigan fly is what it says.
Ah, very good.
And I believe some of the party is walking along with it.
That's right. It's being mobilized by 3 members of the St. Clair County Democratic Party.
Looks like some little ones, too.
Yes. And we'll refrain from comment.
They must have signed, yeah. Draw your own conclusions. Those little ones there must have been signed up at birth, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've always wanted to hold one of these big balloons, like in the Hudson's Day Parade and that.
Yeah.
But knowing me, it would get away from me.
I understand. It's not as easy as it looks. The wind can catch it. It's hard work
That's what I've heard.
to keep it up in the air as it needs to be.
Okay.
The Ambassadors Award is coming up now, and the Ambassadors Award is the best entry from outside the U.S. It happens to be the Italian Women's Club from Cabato. Am I reading that right? The Cabato Auxiliary. Giovanti, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
The Italian Women's Club.
It's out of Windsor, and it suddenly changed the streets of downtown Port Huron into the romantic canals of Venice.
Great float with it
They
as
have a
well.
gondola being guided through a canal under a Venetian bridge. Lots of time and effort went into this entry, not to mention the work in bringing such a float to Port Huron from Windsor, Ontario. And in 1987, their float won the Ambassadors Award.
Oh! So it's a 2-year winner.
Yeah.
Great. I've always wanted to ride in a gondola.
Oh, is that beautiful?
Great. Coming up, the Blue Waterette Baton Corps. I've never figured out how to twirl a baton.
I've tried.
Mine always falls.
And this is being led by Sherry Seaman. This year there are 50 members ranging from 6 to 16.
And she caught it.
It's great.
It is great. These girls put in a lot of hours to
Look
practice.
at the medals.
Wow. A lot of competition, a lot of hard work by these kids.
Yes.
These are obviously the older members that just passed. The younger ones are coming up. I love the tiny ones.
I do too. They're so cute.
It amazes me how these little ones can smile all the way to the end of this route. This is quite a long route.
It is a long route.
Over a mile, isn't it?
I believe it is,
Closer
yes.
to 2.
It's one of the longer parades in Michigan.
And they keep going. Coming up, the Montrose Blueberry Festival float. I love blueberries.
Oh, I do too. The festival is held each August in a quaint city between Flint and Saginaw. And it's always a welcome entry in the International Day Parade. And this year's Queen Nancy is Miss Tracy Spencer. Her court is Tina Tippett and Marcia Morse.
You don't suppose they're blue because they're on that court, do you?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Mickey Mouse from Lindsay's is waving at the crowd. And followed up by the Salvation Army.
Another wonderful group that we have in town.
Certain. Fine musicians as well as their ministry.
Oh, some of the most incredible musicians I've met have been in the Salvation Army.
This is from the Port Huron Citadel.
That's correct. We have 10 members ranging from 16 to 65. Looks like more than 10 members there, Nancy.
Just a few. few. That's all right, we'll let them fudge a little.
Okay.
There's a birthday cake.
Is that Sarah Brown there?
There's one elephant, there's another elephant coming, a real elephant coming a little later on in the parade.
Real one?
Yes. Nice job, folks. They're also being followed by their floats, which depicts some of the work that they do.
That is nice.
Yes.
Such clean lines and showing Salvation Army from young to old.
Yes, bridging time. Here comes Buff's Auto Wash in their tiny, teeny little cars.
Are they cute? I want one.
Wouldn't that drive you crazy?
Yes.
My son would know how to honk that horn all the time, I'll tell you.
Oh, yes.
From the old-fashioned car right up to the modern race car. Bridging
right.
time once again.
Buff's Pennzoil 10-minute oil change at Port Huron. I brought the two small cars, one race car and a Model T.
And they're followed by Blue Water Antique Boat Show that's coming up a little bit later on this year in September.
The boat show is incredible every year.
Isn't that gorgeous? A lot of people would kill for that boat.
Oh, yes. September 17th is the show this year, and it's along the banks of Black River.
Some people say black, yeah.
Yes, whatever. It's that river that goes through town.
Yes. And I can't quite read what's on the side of this truck.
Well, it's a lovely gray truck.
It is a lovely gray truck. I like that. And the boat's great, too. I believe this is part of the Antique Boat Show.
I think so. Yes. These boats are all one of a kind. Synchronicity is an incredible boat. It's just beautiful. And it's
And all lovingly restored.
holding not too bad looking ladies.
Yeah. They're not antique.
They're not antique,
No.
but they certainly help the look of synchronicity.
Here comes the Michigan Sugar Company wagon. Gorgeous horses.
Oh, is that great?
And of course, the Michigan Sugar Company dates back a lot of years here in Michigan.
That's for sure.
Pioneer sugar, that's what it's all about.
I love the line they've written for us here. It says, reminds us how sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
They're
Yes,
entering
thank you very much.
Covered wagon being pulled by 4 shining black draft ponies.
Gorgeous horses.
Great.
The Corona BIA is coming our way now. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation from Sarnia, Kinsman.
It's a convertible carrying Captain Kidd along with several friendly pirates. Somewhere.
Santa Claus.
There's Santa Claus. He's not a
Was he
pirate.
a pirate?
Is he?
I didn't know that. The Sarnia Kinsman Christmas Parade coming up in December.
It's a
Keep that in
wonderful
mind.
parade.
It is.
It's cold, but it's great.
And the celebration of lights over in Sarnia. The Optimist Band is coming our way now, and this is from Windsor.
This was founded in 1967. And they traveled through the southern parts of Ontario and Michigan in 1987. They placed first in the International Freedom Festival Parade in the Brass and Reed Division. Oh, I like that.
That's very nice, sharp group.
It is. Look at that red. That is beautiful.
Nice uniforms. Coming up our street right now is Miss Michigan American Co-ed.
It's out of Mount Clemens. Her name is is Miss Kimberly Adams. She was chosen from 135 contestants. And this time it says the Mount Clemens native is spending lots of time traveling. I'm sure she is.
She is, yes.
Hi, Kim.
Sandra Thomas.
Oh, is she pretty?
Yes, she is.
Beautiful girl.
Now, I promised you another elephant.
Yes, you did, but I didn't believe you.
Well, it's coming.
Is it really?
I believe that this is
A
the one
real
where it's coming.
elephant?
This is Ruby Farms of Michigan coming our way.
Ah.
Good-sized tractor here.
Is it pulling the elephant?
Well, I understood it was a baby elephant.
Oh, okay.
What do you do with the baby elephant when it grows up?
I don't know.
Anything it wants. Yes, it's great. But I don't know how you would care for a baby elephant.
I don't know.
I didn't know elephants would be interested in living in our kind of climate.
Really, you don't think of it, really, do you?
No.
Well, you know, Ruby Farms is new to the Blue Water Festival International Day Parade this year. And I think the elephant is the reason why.
It's a great way to get themselves introduced. Of course, Ruby Farms, is that the same Ruby Farms that we get our Christmas trees?
Exactly. They've expanded so much. They're open year-round, practically.
Mm-hmm.
And they have rides and things to see and places to go and everything there. It's really quite interesting.
It is great.
It's not just to go get your Christmas tree every year.
The cider's good there, too.
Oh, the cider's wonderful there.
Great place to go. This is an entire jungle. And the safari people who are...
And there are 4
surrounded.
guides that are along to see that baby behaves.
Well, what are you going to do if it decides not to?
Watch him.
Like any other baby, they do what they want, right?
So true.
Well, there are gorillas there. There it is. Isn't it adorable?
Oh, is that something?
Oh, that's precious. It almost makes you want to take it home.
I want one.
Probably wouldn't sleep well in a corner, though, would it?
I don't think so.
Then we have our little tiny ponies here. Now, are these miniatures? Is that what you call them when they're that little?
I imagine so, because they're awfully small. Oh, this is from the maternity closet.
Oh. And the baby's room.
In the baby's room. baby ponies for the baby closet.
Dressed
Yes.
up like babies with rattles
Isn't
and
it
everything. Coming our way now is the Judges Award. It's the most effective presentation of decoration in a non-theme entry. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the Bayrama Fish Festival. Fish Fly Festival.
Fish Fly Festival. And they have fish flies, Nancy.
I hate fish flies. I really do.
They're nasty. The official Bayrama car is pulling the award-winning Bayrama float, and atop the float is the 1988 Bayrama Queen, Jerry Beth Richards.
It's a
In her
beautiful
court,
float.
Tammy Russell, Raquel Olsis, I hope I got that right, Stacy Hindman, and Mary Franks.
Beautiful girls on a beautiful float.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
I have yet to figure out, though, why they want to have a festival for those fish flies. That's
Excuse
interesting.
is a good
I guess
reason.
so.
Oh, all the white dresses. Isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful. And they're all the same.
Beautiful.
It's
They
very
are the
effective
same.
sometimes when they
It
do
really
that.
is.
Nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
Coming up the street is Port Huron figure skating, I do believe. Next on my list. But they're all carrying Canadian flags. That makes me wonder.
I don't think.
We'll
maybe.
see.
Oh, it's figure skating on the float here, Nancy.
Oh,
They look like they. Oh, they
there's
have-
American flags too. Yes,
okay.
all right, I see.
Well, that's the reason, because it holds functions annually in both Port Huron and Sarnia.
Aha.
Today is a little warm for ice skating, but they're being good sports, and they're here in all their glory.
Make you want to go ice skating, Forbes? Wish it was winter again?
No.
Me too. Get real.
Oh, is that ever nice?
That is nice. Nice float, girls. This could possibly be the Alley Kids
I'll bet
coming
it
our
is.
way. Nope, I take that back. This is the Schwartz Creek High School.
Oh, yes, it is. This is a band out of Flint, and they've traveled from Flint to be here today. There are over 50 members of the band with a color guard and a drum major.
Watch the precision of these flags. Coming up now, the Alley Kid Clowns. More clowns.
It's great. Well, like you say, they're coming out of the woodwork for our
Yeah.
parade tonight.
This one's cute.
And they're out of Smith Creek.
Every clown has its own personality.
Oh, they
That's part
do.
of clown etiquette, I understand.
Yes. And the professional clowns actually have their faces patented and registered.
That's
and so
right.
no one else can use them.
Aren't they adorable?
There are 15 members presently, plus a large member.
A large member. Oh,
I
look,
think
the clown.
large member's on the
On the float. Nice. I have a couple of larger ones back here in the back.
Ah, yes.
And a little tiny one with her parasol there.
They're cute.
Meinhardt Battery with its little yellow. This is an electric car.
Really?
Yes.
Gee, what would happen if you forgot to plug it in? Or do you use an
You don't
extension
go
cord?
anywhere that day unless you go on your bike.
Okay, Jim Kemp is driving the car today. It's fluorescent yellow, as you can see, and it's carrying the 1988 Blue Water Festival's Clown for a Day clown, Bon Bon the Clown, alias Jane Barden of Smiths Creek.
Here comes the Michigan Waterways Girl Scouts float. We've seen the Girl Scout once, but this is their float that they've entered.
That's right, this is their competition float.
And it has a bridge on it.
And the Girl Scouts float is carrying a replica of the Blue Water Bridge,
Oh.
right, along with a freighter that was donated for use by Bruce Bigger, the Freighter Man of Applegate. That's quite a title.
Applegate doesn't have any water.
Don't tell Bruce.
Okay. Nice. Look at those replicas. Those are great.
Oh, is that something?
A lot of time went into those.
There is a lot of time in that. Oh, Nancy, coming up is one of my favorite things.
You like bagpipes too?
Oh,
I've always wanted to learn how.
I would think it would be like playing an octopus, actually.
Well, you have to have pump it up first, and then you squeeze it, and that's what makes the actual sound.
Just I get chills when I hear it.
There are classes here locally available to
Are there
learn how to
really?
play. Yes, I've often thought about getting involved because I have a Scot ancestry.
So do I.
Oh, all right.
Absolutely, the Forbes family in Scotland,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Well, I come from the Lachlan's.
Ah.
The Elf Curafe, I believe is how you say it. I was trying to get my tongue straightened out here. The Highlanders.
There is-
Okay, to go along with the Highlanders as they play, the Sarnia Highland Games take place every year. It's become an annual event. What, I think this is about the 5th year for it?
At
4th or
least, yes.
5th. It's
Yeah.
been going on for a while over in Sarnia in August.
Quite an event. I know we go over every year. They're returning this year with Nessie. I don't see Nessie.
Where's Nessie? I don't see Nessie.
I don't see Nessie either.
Nessie's probably hiding in the bottom of the loch, don't
I
you
guess
think?
so. It's a 40-foot monster, and I think we'd see it. annual Highland Games, the 5th this year.
Fifth,
to be held
all right.
August 20th at Centennial Park in Sarnia, Ontario.
Well, this is the Richmond Good Old Days float coming. Good Old Days are so much fun. I don't know if you've ever been down there during Good Old Days, but
I have.
it is so much fun. And these are the girls that are on the court for this year's Richmond Good Old Days. And they have some tiny ones as well.
Oh, wow. It's a beautiful float.
Beautiful float. It's a beautiful community.
Okay, and the queen is Melissa Olson, and her court, Jean Newman and Meredith Murphy. This is their 25th year of Good Old Days festivals this year.
Oh, happy quarter century.
Yes.
The Blue Water, let me start that over again. The Port Huron School of Performing Arts is coming our way now. Pom Pom Girls and also Baton.
Okay, the Port Huron School of Performing Arts is formerly owned by the Dayland School of Dance and is now owned by Audrey Bear. Audrey has the most gorgeous hair I've ever seen. And she's interested in keeping the arts alive in Port Huron. And it's a very good dance school. They do a lot of community services.
These kids have put in a lot of time to
They do.
learn their craft. These are the Dallas cheerleaders of tomorrow.
That's right. No, the Port Huron cheerleaders.
Oh.
That's it.
Look at the medals. These kids have been to competition. They know
Oh,
what they're
yes.
doing, even as young as they are.
They're so very well disciplined. I worked with them at the Facts and Fun Fair this year, and they just know what they're there to do, and they dance and just are so professional.
For all of the firemen out there, or just antique vehicle lovers, here's not for the firemen. That Dale has nothing to do with the firemen.
No.
The truck has something to do with the firemen.
The
That's what
truck
I was
does,
getting
yes.
at. Yes. This is the city of Croswell. It's their antique fire truck, and I believe this is an original truck from their fire department.
It is. It's Croswell's very first fire engine.
Huh.
It's a 1923 American LaFrance, and it's in mint condition.
And American LaFrance is still in business. Nice truck. These are big little boys coming here.
Oh, yes.
With their toys. The Lambton Shrine Motor Corps.
The Lambton Shrine Motor Corps is a group based in Sarnia, but is active in charitable functions in both the United States and Canada. And a little known fact about the crazy little cars is that each is privately owned and maintained and transported to a parade at the owner's expense.
Isn't that something? Where do they find them, I wonder?
I have no idea, but they're a great bunch of guys, aren't
they are. They have so much fun running around.
Ah,
I think they just like to see who they can hold up the longest.
I think so too.
I think I know a couple people who would enjoy a ride in one of those.
I think so.
They're followed by the Lambton Shrine Oriental Marching Corps.
Yes, they have the golden toes.
They
They're-
curl up.
Yep, just like the Far Eastern shoes. When my uncle was in this band, he had size 13 shoes. And by the time they had the curls on it, they were gunboats.
I bet. That's some knife.
Isn't that something? They really do strike a good pose there.
You could really cut your steak with that.
Yes.
Don't mess with that man.
Hi, mister.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I like it. It's real metal.
It certainly is.
Oh, dear.
He cuts a wide path when he
Yes.
walks.
We'll be good.
Well, unless my eyes deceive me,
Yes, ma'am.
coming up next will be some oldie but goodie automobiles.
Are you? Oh, I'm glad you clarified that. I thought you were talking about me again. These are the antique autos. These are the area's most beautiful and classic antique cars for the parade.
Look at that rumble seat.
And coming up not too far back is a 1927 Model T Ford and the 1917 Model T owned by Diana Sweetshop.
And there it is.
And there it is.
That's great to see that putzing around town.
That's wonderful. I feel like I'm in Greenfield Village.
Yes. Although I'll keep my minivan, thank you very much.
Yes, I think so.
The air conditioning is very nice. That's a little too air conditioned for me.
Just a little bit,
Yes.
And on some of the weather we had last week.
Yes. Kerr Albert Office
There's Kerr
Supply.
Right down on the corner of Court and Military.
These cars here look like Al Capone maybe could have. Well,
They
Million
do.
Al, I wonder.
Million Al. Capone.
Here's one with an Ontario license plate, 1935.
Oh, isn't that something? Uh-oh, look at.
Oh, he's getting a little warm, isn't he?
He's a little warm there.
This is a Ford. It is a Ford, right?
Oh.
Yes, I see the little
Oh,
Ford
by
logo
that.
on it.
Oh, look at the shine on that, Nancy.
Beautifully kept.
Isn't that something? I'll bet this is a Chevrolet coming up.
This is a
It's the
Chevrolet.
only one I can identify. Oh, and there's the Gaffneys. You look good, Tom and Chris.
This is another Ford. We have a lot of Fords here. Hi,
Sign, hi, Carrie and Walt. I wonder who
Yes.
Carrie and Walt are.
Not sure. And we have our Pontiac. Now, I'm starting to remember
I was
these.
just-
I'm getting a little worried if these are considered antiques.
I know, and I'm older than you.
I know. I'll never let you forget that. Oh, and is this a drive-in sign? Could this be Ricky's
it-
Drive-In?
Is it? Or is it the Dome?
Oh, the Dome. That's right. The Dome reunion is coming up
That's
very
right.
soon, isn't it?
It was such a success last year.
For those of you who don't remember the Dome, it is the Dome. There
It
we
is the
go.
Dome.
The Dome is where we went every Friday and Saturday night.
Remember the Dome reunion this year, July 16th. It's Saturday night, and all of us will be there.
Anybody who's cool will be there.
It's gonna be at McMorran again this year, isn't it?
That's right. McMorran Pavilion, as a matter of fact. These are the polka dancers. And you give me just a Blue Water polka boosters, as a matter of fact.
They're dancing their way through, and it's trickier than it sounds because they're on a moving float.
Well, they're doing a good job on the street, if you ask
They really
me.
are.
I can't keep my feet going fast enough to polka. Not enough Polish in me, I guess.
Now look at that energy at the end of a parade route.
That's adrenaline for you.
Yes.
Got something for you.
Look!
Oh, look at.
Got something for you.
I have two polka, 2 miles. Fantastic, all right. Hey, there's another fire truck coming our way, and this happens to be the St. Clair Volunteer Firefighters.
I hear them.
You don't see them.
Okay, this is a 1925 antique fire truck, and it's under its own power. It still works.
Great.
That's great.
This is Elf. This is the Rockin' Wood.
Ah.
I believe this is a new business in town.
It is. It's on Lapeer, and they sell all kinds of things to landscape your yard. And I understand that Elf has been appearing there this weekend. I saw it in the paper.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, man.
Where's Lucky? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. No, it's quite a business driving by. They have absolutely everything you might need as everything blows away.
Yes, it is windy, that's for certain, but it's very comfortable.
It's beautiful.
I love Elf. He's a great little character. Rockin' Wood Yard Landscape Supplies in Port Huron.
That's right.
Brand new.
Right on Lapeer.
Followed up by the Carousel Clowns, because we can never have too many clowns in a
That's
parade.
right, not in a parade.
With a nice carousel.
It says here it's hard to hard to tell if they'll show up on a tandem bicycle or with a trained pig.
Pig.
Pig. Where's the pig?
Well, let's look and see if we can find the pig. The calliope is nice.
Oh, isn't that easy? And that's Yvonne Wooten playing the calliope. She's one of the wonderful clowns out of Lexington, someone I've worked with many times. Nice lady.
Don't you love those faces?
Oh, that's great.
Here's a baby clown. Rather large baby, must have been a difficult birth.
Yes.
St. Clair County Road Commission coming our way with their float. And it looks to me like they started back in 1913.
That's right. This float spans 75 years of service by the St. Clair County Road Commission. It's from the very beginning of road care and planning to modern times.
Imagine when we used to have the dirt roads and now we have the paved roads through most of the county. I think this is the Charles Hammond American Legion and their representative.
And the representative is Miss Poppy, Miss Carrie Carrington. And the Poppy chairperson is Mrs. Marie Addison. They raise money each year with the sale of poppies for veterans in need.
Yes, indeed. I remember buying one not long ago.
Yes.
Buy a poppy from a vet.
Several.
Yes, several, yes. Here's the Michigan Mariners, Senior Corps from Anchorville, Michigan.
They've got quite an impressive looking group. They have 16 twirlers between the ages of 5 and 18. But despite their youth, they've won many awards, including being chosen as the 1987 Michigan State Fair champions in group competition. And they won first place in the 1988 New Baltimore Bayrama. They were also featured in Detroit's Channel 7 during the Grand Prix.
Look at those medals. You can tell these kids have worked hard.
They're good. Starting out young there, Nancy.
They certainly are. He couldn't be more than 6 or 7.
Really?
I believe this truck here is carrying the tot winner. The Blue Water Businesswomen, I believe it is. And these are the tots who won this year's contest.
Very good. The Blue Waters Women's League. They have an annual contest. And this year's winners are Carrie Coleman.
Aww.
Parents are Scott and May Eileen of Port Huron. And Andrew Busher, the son of Phil and Cindy Busher.
Oh, they were adorable. So here,
Congratulations.
the Port Huron Lions Club is coming up with theirs now. They're playing some music here. Looks like old-fashioned fiddle music, maybe.
Port Huron Lions Club works with the blind and today have a trailer with 4 puppies. I see more than puppies in there. I see Miss White Cane as well. And again, these puppies will be trained to work as leader dogs for the blind.
And her dog is with her as well.
Yes.
Isn't he gorgeous
she pretty?
too? Yes, she is too. Nice couple.
Nice couple, yes.
This is the Michigan and Western Ontario Grotto Association. This is a fine group of men and women.
Yes, they're out of Marysville, and there's somewhere near 40 members, including clowns and a float.
Oh. I
The
see
Grotto supports cerebral palsy research and does dental work for the handicapped. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
The wind certainly makes those flags stand out proud.
Yes, yes, much better than on those stagnant nights that we've had in the past.
Oh, yes.
And here are some more of their members waving at us. Hello, gentlemen.
It's a bit of a classic car in itself.
Certainly is. That's another Ford.
Larry Dean, the Grand Marshal out of Pontiac.
Okay, this is their float that's coming their way, I believe.
Yes.
Going in the parade.
Yes, it is.
It's nice to see all of the Blue Water bridges today.
Yes, it's interesting to see what people will, you give them a theme and what they come up with.
It's true.
The imagination that goes into these. 50th anniversary, of course, this year of the Blue Water Bridge.
I think sometimes we take it for granted, but it certainly is something to see.
That's right. And this is yet one other aspect, and they have another. This is a mini float, I guess,
A mini
coming.
float,
yeah, mini
yes.
float coming its way.
They certainly put on quite a presentation.
They
That's
do. Well,
nice.
they said they had some of everything, and that's
Yep.
certainly true.
That's nice.
Some of the different groups are depicted on that. And here are their clowns. Look at the dog.
Look at the dog. Is that incredible?
Hey, Jaybird. Go, Jay.
And their vans
Jay.
Wow.
bringing up the rear. That was a parade in itself.
It certainly was, yes.
Yes.
Jay. Hey, Jay.
The bubbles floating through the air. Some of the clowns have bubbles.
Jay.
The last of our grotto clowns. Bye, guys. Coming up, the Marysville Viking Marching Band.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess they're called the Viking Regiment.
That's
All I had to do was read, you
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
They represent Marysville High School. They're accompanied by their color guard and drum major.
And clowns, too.
And clowns too.
More than a couple. All right. Those kids work hard. They work
do.
hard.
Sound good.
They sure do. The Governor's Award goes to the Goodles Post Office Float. And the Governor's Award happens to be for the best originality and creativity in a civic entry. Ooh, I like it.
This year, they're showing the bridging of time and the improvement of the postal service over the years. This float carries examples of delivery service ranging from the Pony Express to the airplane use.
Isn't that great? The old post office box is up there.
Oh, is that neat? In the Philatelic Center, or stamp area.
Yes. For those who can't say philatelic, there's stamp.
Never been able to.
Sort of like sesquicentennial,
That's
right?
it.
Aren't you glad that's over?
Yes.
Okay. The dance company is coming our way now, and this, mounted on their float, is a tap shoe.
Oh, wow. Okay, these dancers are ages 8 to 15, and they've got to be good to survive the approximate 2-mile parade route. The dance company has an animated tap shoe. Is that terrific?
Neat.
Looks good, Bill.
Tell them to go around back where the ladder is. Go around back, Dan.
The dance company located in Wadhams. This is Mercy Hospital's float here.
And their slogan this year is Mercy Hospital has a place in your future.
The John V. Carr and Son Incorporated company is coming our way now. They are custom house brokers.
And they're celebrating their 75th year in business this year.
They have a close tie to that bridge, don't they?
Yes,
All of the trucks that go over, or many of the trucks anyway, will go through that particular company
very true.
with their invoices and what have you.
I've seen the bridge when it's actually looked like that.
It did
That
this
many
afternoon.
trucks.
Backed out onto Pine Grove. It certainly did.
Oh.
That bridge certainly means a lot to our community. This
certainly does.
coming up is the Frankenmuth float. Frankenmuth is in just a charming community
It is.
near Saginaw.
Just north of Flint. And they've sent their Bavarian princess and 2 of her attendants to our parade.
And it's Miss Christine Frank.
It's a beautiful float.
Well represents their community.
Yes, their whole town looks like that.
Are you thirsty?
Oh, I am now.
I think that's enough milk for all of us, don't you? London's.
Perhaps.
Oh, I'll take the chocolate one, okay?
Okay, I'll take the big white milk. I like that.
London's Farm Dairy has been in the Blue Water area for many, many years.
Yes, and they're proud to be the official sponsor of the 1988 International Blue Water Festival for the 2nd year in a row, Nancy. Thank you, thank you.
Yes, congratulations for that great community service you are performing. The Fort Gratiot Lions Club, Calliope.
It sounds great. It really makes you get in the mood for a carnival.
He's not screaming, it's all right.
Full of kids.
Isn't that good old summertime indeed? What would it be without this? The River District Hospital is coming our way, heart of the River District. I believe that's what it is. Maybe I'm reading wrong.
No,
I don't
I think
know.
you're right.
I have a feeling this was a last-minute entry.
Possibly. Except those girls certainly look beautiful.
Oh, they do indeed.
Oh, it's the Maritime,
Maritime Days, all
Okay.
Marine City. This is Marine City's
Yes.
float.
The Hearts of the River District float carries the Queen and candidates of the Marine City Summer Festival, which is held August 26th through the 28th. Good luck to all 5 girls. The judge definitely has a rough time.
Yes. Another one's
Beautiful.
coming our way, Forbes.
know.
This is the Forest Legion Pipe Band. I just want to listen.
What do they wear under the kilt?
I'm not going to tell. lovely summer days, weighing into autumn, crisp autumn days, we have apples. And apples mean an Apple Fest. Am I not correct?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I better back up. This is Miss Michigan State Fair.
Oh.
This is Antonia Dotson. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Deborah. Oh, I missed your first name. I missed that one completely. Sorry, dear.
Beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl.
Great dress.
Yes.
I like that.
I wonder what it would look like. No, never mind. Mickey D's coming our way. The McDonald's restaurant float with Ronald McDonald.
Hey,
Hi, Ronnie. Just great.
Terrific.
It's great to have you here, Ronald.
Everybody knows Ronald McDonald. Wonder what happened.
There goes the ambulance.
There goes the ambulance. You know, McDonald's does more than sells hamburgers. They really do so many different things that we don't even hear about.
That's right. They are a great civic supporter.
They
do
are.
many things for the community, as you said, that you don't necessarily know about. An adorable float. The kids look like they're having a good time, too. Skateport's coming our way. These are representatives from Skateport in Port Huron.
Ah, yes.
I've never been able to master roller skating. I'm sorry.
Great, I haven't either.
That one just rolled right on by me.
We have the national champs, Marianne and Bob Round, this year. They're coming up shortly. And they have one giant roller skate on the float.
They certainly do. And that particular float was awarded the Grand Marshals Award for best representation of the theme of a business or industrial entry.
Oh, that's nice. Bob and Marge Pearson.
I believe I have seen them skate. They are incredible.
Yes.
Of course, our Girl Scouts and Brownies here leading the way with the banner that announces the award winners.
Dude, I want to take them home.
Yes. Put them in the freezer and keep them that size.
Yes.
Yes. Love that skate.
It is something.
They make it look so easy.
I know.
My whole family skates. Every one of them. They leave me sitting on the sideline. They say, oh, Mom.
How's everybody down this line doing, huh? Nice day. Great day for a parade. I'm having a good time. Everybody out there having a good time. What do you say? Huh?
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a good time.
Yes.
Come on out there. Have some good time. Listen to some good music. Wow, I thought we were doing the parade. We gotta go.
Coming up, the speed team. They must be the racers.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Special skates. You can see they're low cut.
Oh, yes. Whoa.
If I did that, my... Well, we won't talk about it.
That's right. We need pillows.
Yes. There's Alf on skates again. My,
Yeah.
he moves fast,
Busy,
doesn't he? Yes,
busy,
he's a busy alien. We have the Algonac Lions Club with their riverboat. This is an annual float. I think the Blue Water Festival would not be the parade without this float.
It certainly wouldn't. It's carrying the Algonac Pickerel Tournament Queen and her court of 3.
And of course, they're on the
Matching
replica.
gowns again, Nancy. That's
Yes, that's
the
interesting.
new way to do it. Congratulations. That is great. Just beautiful.
A riverboat would be the greatest way to spend your vacation, don't you think?
Except the Mississippi River's drying up.
Oh, well, unless you like a lot of mud, I guess.
Sure. Would still be fun.
Yes. Coming our way now, besides the ambulance, who obviously made an emergency run of some kind, we'll let it kind of pass by here. But right behind the ambulance is the Plymouth Fife and Drum Corps. This is another one of those that just gives you chills.
They were founded in 1971 as the first fife and drum corps in the Midwest, and they've become a seasoned musical company. They're from the Plymouth, Michigan area, and the young people are independent, self-supporting, and dedicated to preserving the heritage and the art of fifing and drumming and enriching their own musical experience. In last year's parade, the Plymouth Fife and Drum Corps won the Difficulty Award for playing the most difficult music while marching.
Really?
It's true.
Look at their uniforms. Those are special uniforms.
They are. We're transported back a couple of hundred years.
Yes. Oh, precision. Fantastic.
They look a little warm though, Nancy.
Yes, they do. Now that's a forerunner of a mohawk.
Yes. That is beautiful.
The discipline required for them to do that. Five Seasons has, of course, the reason they call themselves the Five Seasons is for the 4 seasons of the year, and Christmas is the 5th season.
That's correct, yes.
And they have the nice little bridge. That works out very nicely.
It does.
Here's Miss Sarnia and Miss Teen Sarnia.
Oh, beautiful.
Hello, girls. Wanham's Council of Commerce is coming its way now. They have their Sawmill Festival. Comes up a little later on this summer. And that's what this float is all about. This used to be a very big lumbering community. That's how the McMorrans and the Murphys made their money, and of course that's how
That's right, yes.
we have the McMorran Auditorium at this time, is because of the trees.
Yes. Festival is the 27th, 28th of August. More pipers.
More
coming,
pipers,
Nancy.
yes. Tri-City and District Pipe Band. The Presidential Award is coming our way now for this float, and that is for, let's see, the best representative of the theme by a civic entry.
Oh, is that beautiful?
The winner is Port Huron Hospital. Look at that cake. Happy birthday to the Blue Water
Great.
Bridge.
The theme of Joins Hands, representing the United States and Canada, is symbolic of the fact that the Blue Water Bridge has been joining our lands in friendship for 50 years.
And that's the Stuart Court.
Oh, it is. And the musical selection across the blue waters.
Happy birthday!
Hi, Mark. Hi, everybody. Congratulations, Port Huron Hospital.
Yeah, hold down the papers. We're not done yet. The Blue Water Offshore Grand Prix is coming our way at September 8th through
look
the
at that
10th in Port
boat.
Huron. Oh, double force.
Isn't
Whoa.
that something?
That is quite a racing boat.
They'll bring excitement to the waters of Lake Huron in September.
And Bandit is following,
Bandit
too.
is
So we have
following,
two
yes.
representatives of that.
In Bandit, it's the only Canadian U.S. team on the national circuit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Those are beautiful boats.
They are incredible. They make a beautiful sound, too, I'll tell you.
Having a little discussion here with our men in blue for whatever reason.
I hope it's all good.
I do too. Do you suppose maybe they're getting talking about a speeding ticket?
Could be.
Could be. I wouldn't want to pay it for that one.
See the president of the festival roaming on his bike.
He does make his rounds, doesn't he?
He has to. It's quite a job, I'll tell you. It's 365 days a year.
And there he goes.
There he goes.
Wow.
There goes Bandit. That boat is so big.
Now, Forbes, this band has a soft spot, and our hearts have a soft spot
Absolutely.
for this band, because we are alma mater from the old Big Red Marching Machine country of Port Huron High
that's for
School.
I was looking of a clip of the band 20 years ago when I was in it.
Hasn't been that long, has it, Forbes?
No, not at all.
We still look like that. I know we do.
The summer uniforms are so beautiful. Today they have 20-member color guard, 80-member band, and 2 drum majors. During the 1987-88 school year, Port Huron High School won a first division at the Michigan School Band and Orchestra Association Marching Band and Concert Festivals. They also brought home the best band in the Sarnia Parade. And last year, the Big Reds won the parade's overall crowd appeal award. 3 cheers!
Hip hip, hooray! The girls who do the flags also put in many, many hours of practice. They come up with the routine to go with the music and put in a lot of time to come up with something.
They work as hard as anyone,
They certainly do.
perhaps harder at times.
And that's a way to keep your kid in tow.
Yes,
Right there.
tie him up.
Deer country, because nothing runs like a deer.
Oh.
Yes. I wish I could take credit for that, but that happens to be one of their slogans. This is the Lawn and Garden of Wadhams, and it's sponsored by the St. Clair County Farm Bureau.
Ah, and that's an antique 1938 farm tractor.
That's this one right here.
Right back there. And the first one is a 1988 John Deere tractor. And the float carrying a wooden bridge. What a way to celebrate the 50 years.
Isn't that something? My husband and son would be particularly interested in that 1938. They get a real kick out of antique tractors.
That's beautiful.
Now, this one, I have to say, I think has me a little confused, because I can't quite read it.
I'm not sure here. Burns Ice Cream Pizza.
Okay.
I think they're based in Lakeport.
Oh, or
No, I'm wrong.
Marysville.
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 Ah, very good.
The Huron Harmony Chorus is coming its way on the Blue Water Trolley. Blue Water Transportation's trolley. This thing is so much fun to ride. If you have not ever ridden
I've never ridden on it. That
the
would
Blue
be
Water
fun.
Trolley, oh, you've got to. It's great. Stepping back in time.
Oh, listen.
And the communications van. They couldn't do it without that.
Ah, that's for certain. Paula Gaffney's usually on that van. I'm not sure she is this year. She's been working since very early this morning, helping get the parade ready to the fine finale that we've just seen.
Yes, and it's very important. Well,
It
that's
is
going
important.
to wrap it up. That's the end. Oh, I've had such a good time, haven't you?
I have too, Nancy. This was just so much fun. It's been a pleasure working with you. Maybe we'll be asked back to do it next year as
I
well.
certainly hope so. Yes, I think the crowd had a good time. We had a good time, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation of the 1988 Blue Water Festival Parade.
Have a good year.